Hello everyone. The topic in this video is precast hollow and solid concrete blocks. Precast means giving final shape before positioning, or it is formed into a particular shape and allowed to become solid before being used. So comparatively there will be a merits and demerits in hollow and solid concrete blocks. In hollow blocks, the blocks cannot be used for load bearing wall. Only solid blocks or clay bricks are used in load bearing wall. So we'll discuss separately about the hollow blocks and solid blocks. So this is hollow concrete block. You can see here a hollow. In this block, two hollows are there. It's usually called a core. This hollow is provided for insulation, heat insulation, sound insulation, and this block cannot be taken as a load bearing wall. Okay, these are light blocks and easy to handle. It is used in all types of masonry constructions. Portland cement and aggregates, that is sand and fine gravel, are used for forming these type of concrete blocks. The size will be at 12-inch by 8-inch by 4-inch. Okay, you can see clearly in this figure, as I mentioned, there is a hollow that is called a core. This one is core. In between the cores it is called a web. So this portion is called web. And the projection, bit of projection is called ears. So this will be the height, it is mentioned here, height and length. So the plane surface will remain as called shell, this plane surface, and this will be the width. So width, height, length, and this is ears, this portion, and this portion shell. So in hollow bricks, I mean hollow blocks, it's not a brick, it's a blocks, concrete blocks, may have one or more cores, hollow cores. In the figure, it is two cores, it has two cores. No problem with the one core, it will have one or more cores. So generally hollow concrete blocks will have more than 50% solid. So standard hollow concrete blocks come in full and half sizes. Full size blocks are rectangular and have two cores. Full size blocks have rectangular and have two cores. So like this, a full size blocks, it's a rectangular here and will have two cores like this. So half blocks may be cubical and will have one core. So if it is a half block, half hollow block like this, it will be in cubical and will have only one core. So manufacturing process of concrete blocks, it may be a solid or a hollow. So blocks are sizes have 12 inch by 8 inch by 4, 12 inch by 8 inch by 3, 12 inch by 8 inch by 6, etc. So here cement, stone chips, sand are mixed in the ratio 1 is to 6. 1 is to 6 means 1 part of cement to 6 parts of remaining. 1 is to 6 or maybe 1 is to 12. So at the time of mixing, a vibrate mixture can be used and then poured into desired shape, desired size mold. So to become solid, it is fed into the desired shape of the mold. After 24 hours of dry, the blocks are put in water tank for curing. Okay, after 24 hours, the mold is removed and the solid blocks it's kept in the water for curing for at least 28 days. Here I mentioned 2 or 3 weeks. So a minimum of 20 days will give the full strength, that is compression strength. So what are all the construction advantages? Here no additional formwork is required, that is no special construction machine is required for enforcing a hollow masonry block. Okay, any other special construction machineries is not required for enforcing hollow block masonry. Only a semi skilled labor is required for construction these type of hollow blocks. So it is a faster and easier construction system as compared to other construction system, and is also found to be cost effective disaster resistant construction system. Okay. So hollow concrete blocks can be used for exterior load bearing walls, interior walls, panel walls, columns, uh, retaining walls and compound walls. Okay, finally the main advantages of this hollow blocks, it's a sound insulation and is a fire resistant structures, uh, heat insulation, etc. So next, after the hollow concrete blocks, we'll move on to the solid concrete blocks. It is a strong, heavy with great dense aggregate. uh, it's a strong enough which can be used for large masonry units that are load bearing nature. As I told earlier, the load bearing wall, solid concrete blocks are used. For hollow concrete blocks, only exterior load bearing walls can be used. Yeah. Okay, it is similar to bricks only, but they are heavier and exposed to more surfaces. You can see here a solid concrete blocks and there is no hollow. uh, okay, this one a solid concrete, in this particular blocks there is no hollow, so it is called a solid block. This is not a hollow, this is a kept opening for the masonry work. This totally is called a masonry, it is kept opening. So what are the mechanical properties of concrete blocks? So it can carry loads up to 8 MPa, approximately 50% of the compressive strength of the regular concrete. It is influenced by factors such as density, age, curing method, component and mix proportion. The rate of strength development is initially very high and it gets decreased with age. So the rate of strength is initially it will be very high, as keep keep on decreasing with its age. So concrete blocks can be used for large scale mass housing and various civil engineering projects, uh, as similar to fire clay brick, burnt brick. So it is used in load bearing structures for low rising and office buildings, etc. Can be bungalows, shelters, highway constructions, institutional buildings, godowns, piers, etc. etc. So it is used in frame structures, that is high-rise residential apartments, office buildings, market complexes, or hospitals, etc. It is also used as ground laying units, interlocking paving blocks like this. I have one figure here. Okay, it is a ground laying unit. This is also a solid block. You can see here, solid block. Sorry. Used as ground laying units. So interlocking paving blocks for roadside. So it is interlocked. It is interlocked on roadside, that is for footpaths, beside the roads, etc. Yes, garden pathways, walkways, curbstone, exhibition road, fuel pumping station, movement corridors, high traffic movements areas like bus, train station, etc. Specific usage areas: tree guard blocks for roadside and garden trees, plantation of 2. So we discussed concrete blocks, solid blocks, and hollow blocks. That is precast blocks. As I told you, precast means giving particular shape and allowed to become solid before being used. Okay, after becoming solid, the solid portion, that is a block, is removed from the mold and is kept for curing for minimum 28 days. It is both for hollow and solid concrete blocks. So we discussed a few properties, advantages, and uses for hollow and solid concrete blocks. Thank you.